All right. Welcome back. So we did touch on the MLS and realtors and all that wonderful stuff, but we're not realtors. We're investors. I'd like to think we're a little bit better than them. And honestly, I've got friends that are realtors. They know that I make fun of them openly. Oh, God. There was a time that I would say, Christ, if I could start a genocide against realtors, I would. It's like, how could somebody who doesn't have the same education level as me and the same knowledge of a property do a better job? They kind of just seem like they're glorified door openers, like they're fucking chauffeurs. I mean, if you ever want to go somewhere, just find a property for sale nearby, call a realtor, they'll pick you up and take you. And then they'll walk into the house and state the obvious. This is the living room. And thank God they told me that, because if not, I might have taken the shit right in the floor. No, anyway, I digress. Listen, I've always been a big advocate, especially early on, of selling all of your properties by yourself. Why give away the commission when you can give away a seller's concession and make it close even faster? And it's probably a little cheaper, and at least you're doing something good instead of supporting a degenerate that went to school at night so they could open doors for people to sell them houses that they know nothing about. I mean, it's a good career for like stay-at-home moms and oh god, a lot of female realtors just rub me the wrong way. If not, go to Pornhub and type in realtor. See what I mean? The whole genre. All right, so some stuff I want to come over or go over right now with you about selling houses really quickly by yourself. All right, we're going to talk about signage, newspaper ads, the internet, and a buyer's list. Let's talk about signs first of all. All right, typically most towns only want you to have one sign in the front yard, but if you got a property with enough equity in it, we're making an omelet here. Clearly, we're going to have to break some eggs. There's a preliminary presentation that a lot of you have seen before you actually watched this program. And it was like my first six-figure deal. I almost broke 200,000 on a $10 subject to flip. And I put four signs in front of the house because I had a lot of options. One was for sale by owner. One was, I think, rent own, because that was also an option. There was another one that said owner financing, because that was also an option. And there was just another one that said for sale again, right? Which was changed out for open house. And the house got a lot of attention. A big fan of directional arrows too. Just make sure you have them pointing the right way down one-way streets. That's a terrible mistake I made one time in Jersey City. Fortunately, nobody was hurt, and insurance covered everything. Oh, true story. Anyway, I digress. The house that I had the four signs in front of, I got more calls on that house than anything ever. And I'm going to teach you some other techniques on how to screen those, filter, and really save your time and do an open house like a boss, not like a realtor, which is a little bit different. I think you're going to enjoy it when we get to that slide. Anyway, all your signs should have a number on it. We talked before about Pat Live. They should definitely have signs where a virtual assistant answers the phone and extracts information. Then try to get all the buyers pre-qualified with a mortgage broker before they come to see the house, preferably my mortgage broker with pretty good layup going on there if I'm the one working the phone. And if they're not pre-qualified, I'll take them back to Orlando or whoever's doing my credit restoration at the time, and I'll have them restore their credit because they wanted to buy a house, but they couldn't because their credit sucked. I'll get paid on that. Then they'll start rebuilding their credit, and 6 months later, they'll be looking for a house in the same neighborhood. So my buyer's list, when I get to that too, will be something that's a bigger asset a lot of times in my houses. And eventually you kind of become a personal shopper for houses for your buyer's list. Anyway, four signs in the front yard, crazy amount of calls, directional arrows. Sold that house and made $179,000. I mean, that's a stupid amount of money for like a 26-year-old kid to walk away with. And I got a fine. I got a fine from the town of Nutley for $500 because I had too many signs. I also sold the house that week. It's the cost of doing business. It's just like when you're buying houses, bandit signs. And Even if people don't buy that house, you could just make your virtual assistant make money by teaching them to screen people for credit restoration and even refer them directly to the mortgage broker before they see the house. You guys can have a ton of fun with that. The more signs, the merrier. If you really, truly want to do it and generate attention, might as well drill holes in them like I have with some of mine and just put Christmas lights in them and stick them in the front yard with an extension cord in July. You'll get more calls. You also look like a motivated seller, so you may meet some investors that you can wholesale shit to later. Again, we're at the collecting and retaining information stage of the business. Newspaper ads in the past were kind of great. Recently, we've placed a few, and I think we're getting more calls out of them because all the newspapers are also online. And a lot of times it's just going to be something enticing, not bedroom, bathroom count, town, address. I mean, you may want to write something a little crazy like, bedroom, bathroom count, town, make an offer, need to sell fast. Running joke in my old office in Bergenfield was somebody once ran an ad that said house for sale, free sex. Fortunately, they only ran it for a week and get some fucking crazy calls. And my guys would call them back and be like, yeah, the house is so nice. It's guaranteed you're just going to get laid with every girl you walk in here. And that's later what I found out they were actually doing. But something that jumps out at you. Don't be your typical house for sale in whatever town it is. Okay, newspaper ads are going to go directly to the internet. I'm going to actually caution you on something with the internet. If you're wholesaling a lot of properties, which I was at the time, and if you went to elevationhomebuyers.com, I might have had 30 properties pictured there that were all spelled out that they were properties we were wholesaling, but the real estate commission still attempted to force us to take it down for practicing real estate without a license. And eventually we did. And finally, buyers list. Like I told you earlier, you shouldn't even be answering your own phone. I'm working with a company called Pat Live since 2004. That's almost 20 years. It'll be 19 in November. It's insane. They pick up the phone for all of my buyers: name, address, phone number, email, best way to contact you. How much do you have saved for a down payment? Where are you looking to buy? Beds, baths. Are you pre-qualified? Whatever the case may be, we call them back. If they're pre-qualified, with the seller's concession, I can often buy down a point or a fraction of a point on their mortgage. And even if I just save them 50, 100, 200, 300 bucks a month, every month, for the next 30 years, I'm literally putting their kids through college. If they can't get the mortgage, I can restore their credit and then I can bring them back. They're going to be more loyal to me again. The circle is complete. This is like some Darth Vader shit. And if I was a realtor, this would be considered steering. But I am not a realtor, so I can legally do this. I can actually legally guide people to their best option. They actually put those rules on you guys because you were fucking people over and getting kickbacks. I'm not. Whoa. I'd say I hope it didn't offend anybody, but I know I did. I just truly don't give a fuck. But I digress. Let's move on. All right, pre-screening. Again, I told you I use Pat Live to pre-screen them. If you don't believe me, you can actually call my Pat Live number. There's an 800 number, but there's also try 201-565-3333. And that's 201-565-3333. You go through my virtual receptionist. Her name's Pat or his. It's one of those gender neutral names. I was cool before you guys were. And yeah, buying, selling, agent, renting. They'll give you all the options. Take it down any script you want. One of my guys will call you back later tonight or tomorrow. But have lots of fun with that. Your marketing, you might even get a fine if you have 4 signs in the front yard of your house with Christmas lights, but you might also build a tremendous buyers list in that particular town because the buyers list is a bigger asset than in houses sometimes. You're now a personal shopper for people you've pre-screened out that have cash to buy houses. You'll also really start pissing off all the realtors in your town because you'll just be crushing it in their neighborhoods, and you figure it out. Collect and retain all the information, never lose it. You should be totally anal about information. This is an information business, it is a people business. Houses are just a product. All right, like I told you before, you're going to drive everything to your 800 number. You can also drive them to your website. Again, I'm going to caution you, you got a lot of wholesale deals up on your website. Eventually, realtors are going to start calling the realtors commission and complaining about you. And even though they have no jurisdiction over you because you're not a realtor, they can still make your life pretty fucking annoying. So, not too many wholesales on the website. All right. And if you do, make sure you got a contract that you can produce. Make sure you have a deed. If not, and for the love of fucking God, have the title clouded and never co-wholesale, because that really is practicing real estate without a license. Pat Live's where I get the 800 number. If you want to try to set a number up for yourself and use my script, you can go to their website. It's probably like patlive.com, but you actually then have to call them and drop my name. It's on this video everywhere, and tell them you're with me. They'll waive the setup charge. I'll actually waive my commission. You're welcome. It's like $120 because I know when I was getting started with the shit, money was kind of tight, and I think you'll enjoy the service. I think you'll do more business. I've used it for my educational company, my mortgage company, other companies I've run in the past. There's even been times I've contemplated using it for my social life where I just already wrote the script out. Hello, thanks for calling Chuck. Are you dating or dumping? And you just take it down the thing. Oh, you ever want to see him again? That's fine. You have a lot of fun with that one too. All right. Something realtors could never fucking do. The high pressure open house. I love this shit. So first of all, open houses are dumb and inefficient. And I'm not buying anybody a bunch of sandwiches and leaving them out in the foyer and attempting to be polite and wipe your feet and put little fucking booty things on. No, I'm just not doing it. I'm going to take my buyers list. I'm going to grab a bunch of guys. I'm going to set a date and a time for an open house. Whether we've marketed it online as an open house at this day and time, or if we just had signs out. But everybody who called Pat Live, everybody who we collected and retained, we're not going to call back and ask them if they're pre-qualified or not and put them on one list or another. And we're going to tell them the open house is 1 p.m. Sunday. That's your appointment time. That is when it is. Oh, you need another time? Too fucking bad. It's 1 p.m. Sunday. Late. I don't even know if we're going to be there. I'm sorry. It's 1 p.m., right? Now you call back 100, maybe 200 people. You get to the house at noon on Sunday, and there's already a couple people hanging out. And you set up the velvet rope like you're entering a nightclub, because that's pretty much what it's going to wind up being. Your mortgage guy comes, he sets up a table next to one of your other people at the front door. And if somebody doesn't want to sign in, you kick them the fuck out, because this is your house and you don't have to let people in without knowing who they are. This is your property. Get the fuck out. Okay. And a couple times during this process, I'm going to advocate you not just kicking somebody out, but kicking them out loudly. Make a scene. This is like being bullied in high school, right? Somebody will come in and they'll be looking around, and their wife will go, oh my God, I really don't like the crack in the ceiling over there. I think we should get some kind of very large financial allowance. And before you know it, everybody's looking. So you just gotta, at the top of your lungs, go, excuse me? The fuck did you say? I'm sorry. This open house is for people who like the house, that were actually going to buy it. Now get the fuck out. Get out. Throw them out. If you have to, get a couple people to kind of corral them and escort them out. You've now just ostracized somebody from the group and thrown them out for not liking somebody in that particular property. Well, they were technically bullying you anyway, and nobody has the right to do that shit. Plus, everybody else just now saw a fucking show. They know you mean business. And Nobody's gonna point out shit. It's like if somebody picked on you and you broke their fucking nose. Nobody's gonna say shit afterwards. You're welcome. So throw somebody out, make a spectacle of it. You can also have a bunch of contracts out and have people write up offers right there and leave checks. Leave them face up all across the kitchen counter because you're not a realtor and you can do this. So now they know what they have to beat. Why do you want to make extra phone time for yourself? You come up a little, fuck that shit. Here it is. There's the number to beat. Can you write a bigger check? Because I'm going to look through them and I'm probably going to accept one 5 minutes after you fucking people leave. Your mortgage broker is there. You are going to steer everybody to your mortgage broker. Crank them in there. Again, you're not a realtor like you're cutting corners in a Porsche. Okay, get them in there. Oh, you got this interest rate? Well, great. If you use my guy, I can get you a half a point or a quarter point lower. Here's how much money you'll save for the life of your loan. You'll be dead before you're done saving money. That's how much money you're going to save. So you're going to use this guy, or you're not going to buy the house. What if for down payment? That's your lawyer. Fuck him. Use my lawyer, because I know they work very well with this guy who is going to represent you, whatever the case may be. Make sure everybody plays nice together. Shit. Hold on a second. Now I got some stupid time limit thing here on my computer. That's better. All right. Making me lose my fucking train of thought. God damn it, my old IT guy, Sonny. What a piece of shit. This thing is still plaguing me. I hope he hears that too. And he'll call me again for a reference. Whatever. All right. Throw people out. Fuck sealed bids. Open offers. Everybody's got the number. Everybody knows what they got to beat. Biggest check. Best credit score. Best employment. W-2s. Whatever. Your mortgage broker is right there to help you make a decision. And whichever one he says is going to close the quickest with the biggest number is who I would advocate you use. That'll be your buyer. Now, you got anywhere from 2, 3, 4, 5, 29 other offers for that same house, bedroom and bathroom count, from pre-qualified people who already wrote a check. So before you start calling them back Monday or Wednesday, or whatever you told them you're calling back, for the love of fucking God, launch a massive marketing campaign on that neighborhood. I mean, this should be like a military airstrike, just postcards everywhere. Do a zip code mailer. See if you can buy another house, because, it's already sold. I'm trying to think how many times now I've bought houses on the same street, next to each other, across the street from each other. This is some pretty valuable stuff to learn. Finally, last tactic. Love this one too. Got this one from a friend of mine. And I remember I spent the Friday taking 9 different fucking buyers in and out of houses. And I just wanted to kill myself. I had no time to buy other houses, eat, sleep, jerk off, whatever. I just had no time. It sucked. I felt like a realtor, and I imagine that sucks, because it's just not something I want to do. But if you like it, more power to you. So another thing I learned to do instead of showing houses is I will put a lockbox on each and every one of my properties. Inside every one of those lockboxes, there'll be a key or a set of keys to get you into the house. When I order these lockboxes, and we'll see if we can include something with the actual course module with this, where you get a discount for them, all those lockboxes are going to have tumblers on them, and they come with the same code 0000. Don't ever change it, because it's going to get really confusing from house to house to house to house to house. So this is a system, same code all the time, every time, 0000. Wonderful. Now, you're not in a high pressure open house. You got people who want to see it during the week. They're pre-qualified. All right, listen, what time can you go see it? I'm asking them. 3 p.m., 6 p.m. Fantastic. Now you got 2 choices. Number 1 would be, call me when you get to the house. Great. Okay. Wonderful. I'll tell you what, I'm not really going to make it. I had something come up. Send me a picture of your driver's license. I'm going to send you the lockbox code. Let me tell the neighbor you're going in. Spend as much time in there as you like. Just give me like 2 minutes to let the neighbor know because he's really protective. I don't want him to call the cops. All right. Wonderful. I got a picture of your driver's license. There you go. By the way, you pre-qualified? No, maybe text me your social too. I'll shoot it over to the mortgage broker. Maybe you can get some paperwork started. And when you get back out, let me know. Maybe you can buy the house. Here's the lockbox code 0 0 0 0. You got that? All right, good. Don't forget it. When you come back out, put the key back in the box, lock it, scramble the code, lock the door, text me or call me. Let me know if it's done. Fantastic. All right, we're moving forward. Or the other one is, when can you be there? Great. All right, I just need a copy of your driver's license. Fantastic. By the way, you're pre-qualified. Really? Wow, we can beat that. Phone call with mortgage broker. Great. Got your social security number. I know what kind of fucking underwear you wear at this point. And yeah, you know what? I trust you. Here's the lockbox code. Text me when you get there. Text me when you leave and you put the key back in the box. And it's always the person that's in the house for like 3 fucking hours that winds up buying it. I think it's even funnier when people go to see the house and then go back and get their family and then come back to see it again. And then they call me again and they ask me what's the lockbox code. And I have to tell them it's 0 0 0 0. Somehow they don't feel dumb and they can get a mortgage. Weird. So there you go. I gave you all the slick FSBO tactics we got. The lockbox trick, the high pressure open house. I showed you Pat live. Showed you to pre-screen them. You know, the science thing is going on, newspapers, shit on the internet, a buyer's list. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it really helps you out, and I will see you in the next module. Bye for now.